our pleasure to be here and introduce for the first time in Jerusalem, or frankly anywhere, the Westchester Wex Tabernacle Choir.
Today we present to you a tapestry of impressions, if you will, comprised of quotes from our teachers and from ourselves that capture how grateful we are for what we've been given and for what we've gained.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, and probably the last, the Westchester Wex Tabernacle Choir.
$1,051,000 minutes of Wexner. 1,051,000 moments so dear. 1,051,000 memories forever. How do you measure what we learned in 2 years? 1,051,000 minutes of Wexner. 1,051,000 moments of cheer. 1,051,000 jokes we could tell, but
will be appropriate, so Jake have no fear.
Steve to Erica Brown to Rabbi JJ, J. Moses, Elka and Derek and Slar, to Helen, to Hoffman, Levine and to Landis we say, thanks for the journey, we have all come so far. 1,051,000 minutes of Wexner. 1,051,000 thoughts have been stirred. 1,051,000 visions of Torah. And here are some of the things that we learned.
Shema, listen. Shema.
Bible is a leadership text.
Jewish history tends to be defined by great leaders.
The story of David teaches that leaders do not have to be perfect to lead, but that leaders who do not learn from their mistakes do so at their peril.
Joshua should have had a better succession plan.
I understand the difference between true leaders and managers.
What is the question?
What is the message of the Jewish people in this time, this place?
How did we arrive at modernity?
Is God at the top of the scale or off the scale?
Have I mentioned my father was a baker?
Have you read?
What was my point again?
Why be Jewish?
Christians thought we killed their God.
And therefore, Jews needed to be kept around in a degraded state to remind everyone of that.
It's mystical prefiguration. We're screwed.
To be Jewish is to look at the world, recognize evil, but to recognize it wasn't meant to be that way.
The tension for Jews is that we're part of the world, yet unique, distinct, and separate.
Reboot, Sheilaism.
Degradation.
Redemption.
Choice.
Love, dignity, God, things you cannot see can still be real.
God consulted the Quran who created the world. Liturgy is not a book, it's a script for the act of prayer. Take charge of your religious life. The prayer book changes. Insist on having a religious experience.
Sometimes I would like to ask God why God allows poverty, famine, and injustice when God can do something about it. But I don't, because I'm afraid God might ask me the same question.
Make your life into a sacred text that someone else could read and say, that's a life worth living.
Make yourself a heart of many rooms and bring into it the words of the House of Hillel and of Shammai.
I am much more comfortable with the complexity of Jewish thought, belief, and practice.
Whereas I always aspired to work to finding what unites rather than divides the Jewish people, here I was able to understand it and experience it.
I remember listening to the woman who had talked about her sympathetic and liberal views on the Palestinian question, and then talking to her afterwards and realizing that she really is Jewish.
The connection we all feel to one another is indescribable. The addition of this community in my life has been incredible and the experience invaluable.
Every decision I now make and vision I might have is in the framework of our greater evolution as a people.
Our great task is returning to Eden.
Our greatest problem overall is Jewish continuity.
He taught us about what having a mezuzah with the Shema inside on his door means to him.
That reminds him as he walks into his house to remember that he loves the members of his household and and to breathe and so to walk into the sanctuary and be kind.
So I advocated for mezuzot on all the doors of our office, so that people will know that they are cared for inside.
It is the totality of the experience that has shaped my vision of the future.
It strengthened me and gave me an even deeper sense of energy and purpose in my Jewish journey.
And ethical will. I'm still going to do that one day.
I realized how much I did not know.
And what I don't know is so rich that I will, for now, pursue learning more.
I'm still in awe of having made the Wexner cut.
Have you heard the story about a cow and a chicken walking down the street and see a sign, big special, today's special, steak and eggs. And the chicken says, hey, look, cow, we're famous. The cow says, for you, they want a contribution. For me, a full commitment. We all feel much more committed today than we used to.
Why be Jewish? Because it is important.
Shema. Listen. Feinstein, to Eric, to Brown, to Rabbi J. Moses, Elka, and Derek, and Slar, to Helen, to Hoffman, Levine, and to Landis, we say,
Wexner is better than Melton by far.
1,000 minutes of Wexner, building community and not just in class. 1,051,000 memories we'll treasure.
Like Aspen basketball, we pick Boca's
1,051,000 minutes of Wexner. 1,051,000 pages to read. 1,051,000 versions of Torah. And now J. Moses expects us to lead.
Everybody!
1,051,000 minutes of Wexner. 1,051,000 pages to read. 1,051,000 versions of Torah. And now J. Moses expects us to lead.
I love that, the standing O.